It's Charger football as we rejoin the action in the second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They give the Chubb out the gun.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The 13-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season as they have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and
now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
a loss of 7 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3 brings up 3rd and 3.
McCaffrey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
10. Jaguars 3.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I get.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Jones. Big hold of the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is caught at the 8. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
7-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the end.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Bryce Callahan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Us out past the 20 to the 24.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Alex Anzalone on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Second and 6. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Second and 13. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA. Henry Ruggs, 93 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Pulls it in at the 13. Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Chason in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
3rd and 14.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll let this go. And it's caught inside the 30. And running in for a Charger touchdown. Henry Ruggs, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied.
Jaguars 10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Jaguars getting set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got his man in stride, complete. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Kick is good.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Reception here by Ruggs. Out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yannick Ngakoue on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They run it again with Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll drop the throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Baker. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now Chubb. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Ball carrier.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down, McCaffrey pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
22, Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Yannick Ngakoue on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. This is McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the ground, McCaffrey fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a run with McCaffrey. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.